Personnel, Health and Safety Committee in session. I'd like to go around the room. Brent, start with you and take your name.
Brent Davis.
Kathy Kirk.
Shelley Poole.
Kerry Murphy.
Jeff Am. Steve Lee.
Bill Donner.
Evelyn Reed.
Jerry Ponder.
Okay, what we're gonna do tonight, we're gonna hand out the applications we've received for the vacant position, number 2, Ward 1, is that correct?
Ward 2,
Ward-
position 1.
Ward 2, position 1, okay, sorry. And, Kathy, how many applications did we get?
We ended up with 9.
9? Okay. Kathy's prepared package for us with all their applications, and I'm gonna hand out tonight. Per city attorney, these are confidential. However, they are FOIable, but they have to go through Ms. Kirk to receive that information, because certain things would have to be redacted. And so keep these to yourself, and it will give you a chance to study who we have.
Alderman Hart said he was still at work, called me, said he couldn't make it, but he was gonna come tomorrow to pick up packet or see. He didn't know Tina, he was gonna go to Tina, so is it just?
I'll be glad to hold on to them. He can just see
Yeah,
me.
you see Ms. Kirk.
I'll tell him to see her.
So, what I've handed out to you are a list of questions we use to fill a Ward 2 opening and a Ward 4 opening. And what I'd like to do tonight is, after we'll hand out these at the end of the meeting, is come up with rules and questions we want to ask during the interview process. And what you see here is the rule, that question we've already asked in the past. I don't know if they're outdated for you guys, or if you want to come up with some more, combine some of them. And one of the pages is front and back, so there are other questions on the back. Ms. Kirk, do you have anything to offer before we start?
No, you need to decide if the questions are gonna be held close or if they're gonna be released beforehand. I've already had that asked to me by one of the candidates. Will we receive the questions beforehand, or will we just be asked at the meeting, at the interview process?
Okay. What we've done in the past is held the questions and asked them, so there's not any preparation, if you will. One of the reasons for the questions is to keep, what we want to do to keep this as fair as possible. And last time we limited each interview to 15 minutes. I don't know, the committee will make that decision tonight if you want to do longer, shorter, or whatever. We're going to have 9.
I mean, we had last time for Ford, we had about 7, didn't we?
6 or 7, I think.
We had
For a
7.
while, at least, I thought maybe with the double digits for the Ward 2
Yeah.
position.
So
That would
15
be
minutes a
sort of-
person.
sort of that.
Yes, sir. That's what we've done in the
I
past.
think that's fine.
And it seems like, if I
There's a
recall,
break, I think, between some of them.
if I recall correctly, usually after we do the questions, there's like 5 minutes left and we just talk, or they have questions, or they ask us stuff. But it doesn't really take long to go through the questions. So.
Are you gonna take one of these or the other one?
I threw these out there to you guys to read over and see if you like any of them, none of them, some of them, or if you got some new ones you'd like to put in. I just use that as a tool to help us talk about what we're gonna do tonight.
You usually call them one night?
We're up to 9 now.
I think if you don't do it one night, it's gonna be out, questions will be out, because public's invited, and they're gonna know, won't be no more of the.
Which could be, it'll
Spontaneous.
be a minimum of 2 hours, 15 minutes.
That's exactly right, 135 minutes, 2 hours and 15 minutes if you started at 8 till last somebody doesn't get through there until 8:15,
Well,
if you have no break.
We can have a
I'm gonna
break.
start at 6.
Okay.
And have a break.
Well, you wanna do 6, how many questions are you looking at, 6? Okay.
So, and then the step beyond that, would the committee think at this point that you would have just one round of interviews, or since you've got 9, come back and have a second? Yeah, 2 rounds?
No, just one for both.
We just when we voted, we just
We had a challenge to you.
Then Terry, yeah, but I've got that right here.
narrowed it down by,
As opposed
So,
to just the six.
are y'all comfortable with questions on this Ward 2 sheet?
So-
Way it is.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, but you got, if you get 6 questions, and you only give them 15 minutes, you're about 2.5 minutes per answer. So some of them might be less, but you wanna give them an opening statement kind of deal, or a closing statement?
Well, what we
like
do
you
is
did?
we ask the questions, and usually we're done in 7-8 minutes. And then,
We asked them if they had anything they
and then
wanted to say.
we said, do you have any questions? Would you like to make a statement, comments, or whatever? And then bottom line, they can't go over 15 minutes. We're gonna be fair with everybody. They're gonna get the same question in the same amount of time. And we'll have a sheet here that Lori Carroll developed, it's worked very well. And, you can score each candidate and hope at the end of
We didn't have an opening or closing statement.
I think that we went into the deal with people being told we had 6 questions. If you had time at the end, you're welcome to make a closing statement if you'd like. And I don't think that we had anybody that didn't get through all of the questions.
Well, everybody got through.
everyone got through.
I agree.
I don't think.
Is Kathy, is
everyone
my
said
old memory
anything.
failing me, or?
No,
No, that's right.
I agree, it sounds right, that there were 20 minutes allotted, but 15 was for the questions and the time with the candidate, and then 5 minutes to either mark your sheets or to,
Cause I looked how you had the interviews set up, and you had, everybody was 15 minutes apart for them. This, like this one, it was started at 6, the next one was at 6:15, the next one was 6:30, and that's how you.
And
what I
have
was
time to
looking
mark
at, it
their
was
sheets.
6 and then 6:20 and
Was
then
it?
6:40.
Okay, yeah.
That gives
it
us
was-
5 minutes to mark our sheets.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Can you do that again this time?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Didn't we grade them as they answered the questions?
Well, we did it on our sheets privately.
I kinda do mine
Exactly.
after, and I didn't
Why?
do it right, cause you wanna listen to what they're saying, and they're still talking, so if you're trying to grade it right then, you start.
Yeah.
Listen to their statements. But when I was, where, I don't remember us, in the worst case scenario, say we get it down to 3 people and they're all tied, then what are we gonna do on that? Or do we wanna finish it that night and still debate on, and take votes?
Hopefully.
Cause with that many, you could have some tie scores, and so, or do we wanna do that
Yeah, we had a tie last time and we broke the tie.
with, it was just tell you right. So I didn't know if, so we just gonna go until we, that night?
Let's
Do it
vote
that
until we get
night.
it done.
Yeah, we're gonna get this done all in one night.
All right, all right.
If you see anything else you'd like to ask or anything you'd like to delete, we're just trying to get this sheet put together and,
I think it's pretty, I've gone over it in my mind, what I think we need to know about these.
yes, sir.
And I was, of course, involved the last time. I like it, I think it's pretty thorough, I think it's, you kinda have some picture of what they're doing, or what they've been doing when you look at it.
Yes, sir.
And, now the fact that some of these people may not have any, organizational experience doesn't mean that they wouldn't be a good.
Exactly.
Member, but, we need to kinda have a feel for what they think about what they're fixing to get into,
Yes, sir.
you know.
It's not just a 2-meeting-a-month deal, is it, Mr. Richfield?
And we don't wanna lie to them.
No.
Well, on that question, on that topic, on 7 on the back, it does say that, the commitment, not just the 2 meetings a month, but you have committee meetings that you,
You wanna put that on this page also?
is that in the application at all about the hours?
They don't have to submit an application, they just have to submit a resume.
Oh, that's right. Wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll say yes, whoever would say
We don't
yes.
get paid by the hour anyway.
And if they don't make it, they don't make it, I hopefully they would know that there's more hours. Or if you're gonna run the show, you could tell them there's more
And
hours.
I cannot think that they don't already have a clue now.
Well, you never know.
Well, when I ran, I didn't know I didn't know about committee meetings.
I didn't know anything about what I was getting into, I shouldn't have did
I could
I think you tell them.
I could preface
It
that.
doesn't need to be,
Yeah.
I think.
I could
Even
preface
if you wasn't totally aware, you're still gonna get your eyes open once you're in the seat.
Right.
I could preface it on the start of the meeting, you know, this is, I could preface
Oh,
it in
yeah,
the statement.
yeah.
Any questions? So are we all good on the,
You're asking the questions, right?
yes,
And
I don't have the order anymore.
Is, city attorney gonna be with us?
He will.
to do it? And Kathy, you'll be with us? So who's doing the clock? How are we doing? You just gonna, there's no.
You're in charge of the clock.
You got yourself into
I just wanna make sure that we be here on.
All right, I have the week of the 19th, that's when you're gonna be back, reserved for this room. So anytime is good through the week of the 19th, so if y'all look at your schedules and see what time, or if you got open the week of the 19th, we'll pick a date. And Ms. Kirk can notify all the applicants.
If we're in the room and we're asking questions and all the other applicants are, we had them last time in the lunchroom.
Break room, yes.
And then we bring them in, are we allowing the public to use phones and text, you know, stuff?
When we make our vote, we go into executive session.
I agree with that, but I couldn't remember if, you know, if people are in the audience type and they're just sitting over there texting, oh, the question to a friend that's in there, you know, that's
I'll just ask them not to. I mean, I don't think they will. This is pretty.
We haven't answered it.
Yeah, it's not like a rock concert.
But
I just like being prepared for the worst case.
I understand, and I may say something about that, but see, it'll be open to the video and the press, so.
But that's after we've asked the question.
When during the questioning process, I mean, the questions are not gonna be like.
Right, but it's not live TV.
Are you
they're
gonna be
watching.
here?
Yes, sir.
It's your job to keep people off the cell phone.
I'm just gonna take all their phones.
Okay, that'll work.
Actually, I did address this question with Brent Houston when I asked him, I interviewed him before it was decided would there be an election or would there be an appointment. And I asked him about this issue specifically, and he said that the last time the applicants were asked to just not look at their phone because somebody might go live. I probably won't, but somebody might. And they're going to ask them just not to do that, and then of course they're going to be monitored in here. So,
And Shelley, you know, I mean, you've been around here for a long time. We try to be open, honest, above board, and we don't want anybody cheating. But you know, I don't think we've got cheaters around. I'd like to think we don't. So.
you don't have to name any cheaters.
No, I mean, I don't think we do. I really don't. Yes.
What, now, you said the 19th of June.
The week of the 19th.
When is the 19th? Is it on Monday?
Okay. That's the week of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
The reason I was saying that, we're leaving the 9th on our vacation. We'll be gone 10 to 12 days. So we'll be back about that time. I just hope I don't miss something.
So when will you be back in Churchville?
I should be back on a Tuesday, which would be the 20th.
Well, what about the 22nd? That's a,
That worked perfect for me. I don't know, I don't wanna put anybody else out. I just
that is 7 days before I retire.
You're gonna be back. Are you're getting back the 20th of June?
I should be getting back
That's
the
Tuesday.
19th or 20th.
I'm getting back the 19th, or the 8th, I'll be here the 19th. So the 21st is Wednesday, 22nd is Thursday.
That's 26th, should be great.
Everybody
for me.
good with the 22nd?
Yeah, it'd be great.
So I'd like to have everybody here. Mr. Murphy, know, he told me right off the bat he wouldn't be here in the first part of June.
Okay, well, that's good.
I want everybody's input.
That's Thursday.
Mr. Kirk, you got that for June 22nd, 6
I
o'clock.
do, 6 o'clock, as far as the applicants that we have, those that have expressed an interest, do you want to put them in alphabetical order? Or do you have a different?
No, ma'am. I'll let you make that decision, whatever you think's proper. You make a living doing this, so.
Okay.
Are we gonna try to have them sworn in on the 26th, the next city council meeting?
I guess we could, we're voting on it, then it'd
Well,
be.
we gotta get
If
that.
we do it that Thursday night, is that gonna give, are they
It'll be
just gonna go
sworn in
ahead on
after-
and just
we
put
gotta
it
vote
on the?
for
But see, we gotta vote for it.
We gotta vote for it on the floor,
Right.
then they can be
So
sworn
we
in
they
after the
just
vote
add
on
it
the
to the
floor.
agenda.
Judge Arnold can swear him in on that night.
The mayor
I was
can
just
swear
looking
in.
at
Oh,
how
yeah,
close
the
it
mayor-
is
mayor
to the
could do it.
next
It won't
city
be- that'd be a
council
big
meeting.
night.
I think you could have the city attorney to create the resolution or whatever it is that we need to
With
put
the name.
and fill in the name. Once the decision is made, they present that to the council.
Cause the mayor's aware that we wanna try to get this done before the end of the month.
And I think it's prudent that that person be sworn in as quickly as possible after we vote or
The mayor can swear him in.
participate in the process. So the next Monday seems like a big.
That'll give them enough time to get a name
But-
I
plate.
just wanna make sure
We
that
could
doing
put
it on the
the vote,
22nd wasn't
the
gonna.
very first item after the pledge of allegiance, and
Yeah.
well, we gotta do that.
And if we have to, we could add it to the agenda.
I think so.
And,
There's no reason not to.
I mean, we're doing this during vacation month, so we're trying to make it,
I know, I just didn't know.
and I know they got a deadline to do ordinances, but
we
we
got
can,
down till then, you work it out.
but we got, like Jerry said, he can prepare ordinance and we can put the name in. No problem.
Yeah, we got to have for the agenda is an ordinance or resolution, whichever one it is that we have to have.
Right.
It looked like he did when we voted whether or not we were gonna interview or have an election, he had both of them prepared.
Mr. Hartsfield, for the city attorney,
I'm just James.
you're Mr. Hartsfield, ma'am, sorry. For the city attorney, these packets of resumes needs to be kept in your person, not shared. If anybody wants to FOI them, Ms. Kirk is the custodian, and they have to go through her, but she would have to know what would need to be redacted. So this information is confidential for this group, and we're not to share it or release it to anybody.
I think.
All the addresses were verified there in Ward 2, right?
I did not verify those. That would be something that we would need to do. I think one of the applicants only put a post office box number.
There would be people in
So,
the post office, right?
No, we have to, yeah, we need to make sure they live
I
in
can
Ward
do
2,
that.
not
Yeah,
just
that-
get a,
Please.
leave,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll do that.
Right, you know, so.
We'll have these sheets, Ms. Kirk will have 9 sheets for everybody, blank grading sheet. It helps because after about 5 or 6, you remember who said what, and that way you've already got it kind of documented. And like I said, we usually take 5 or 10 minutes after each interview to complete our sheet, because like Terry said, while they're talking, you don't want to be writing, you want to be listening. Then after the interview, you can go and fill this out. Very easy, total it up, grand total, and then at the end of the thing, you can kind of see, like, who's at the top and who's at the bottom, you know? So we don't need to vote on anything that I'm aware of. This is kind of a working session, so we're all in agreement on the questions.
June 6/22 at 6.
Go now?
June 22nd at 6.
Yes, sir. Anything else to come before this committee? Yes, ma'am. You may keep those. Ms. Clark, will you draw up the question sheet for us?
I will. I'll send it to you for verification.
And you understand what we did? Jerry moved the
Right. And there's 6 questions total.
6 questions.
When we, find out, Doug Curtis should be able to over there give them their name to see where they live at, that they're a registered voter and they live in the ward. Because if,
How long was that, live there?
as long as they got it, one day.
As long as you're a qualified elector in the
You-
ward, you can.
But
set
you
the
can't,
position.
you can't get a post office box and not live, you gotta physically live there, that's why Doug will have that, if you got a, maybe a electric or bill or something, if they just moved there, they need to have proof of it. No, cause state legislators do it all the time. They move into some apartment somewhere to run for an office, which I think is
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
bogus.
They're a little more crooked than ours,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I think we need to adjourn.
I don't wanna name names, but I know a couple of them.
I have a motion to